Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. This is really just for those who have been following me since the beginning and noticed that I took a break. and yeah, but if you're new and this is your first time seeing me, hi and welcome. You're welcome here as well, obviously, but yeah, I just wanted to do a little chat, yap, catch up, let my mind ramble, hit the yard again. But yeah, I missed y'all and I just wanted to talk to y'all basically. By the way, isn't this necklace just so cute? Like, oh my god, bro. I simply cannot wait. If you thought that was cute, hold on, but wait. There's more. Oh my god, aren't they so cute? Right, y'all? I guess we should just get straight into it, shall we? We shall. I didn't really like script this out or plan it or anything. I just know that I missed making videos. I missed being on camera. I missed talking to you guys. You know, all that stuff. I just had to take a break because I was going live constantly, not only on here but like TikTok and stuff, and like every day, to a point where I would close my eyes and see the camera in my face, like my phone in my face. Or there's times where I would fall asleep, like I'd be asleep and stuff, and I would wake up like, um, like, oh shit, did I turn the live off? Or yeah, I'd be like, wake up out of my sleep thinking that like I fell asleep on live, basically. So basically, obviously, what I'm trying to say is I needed a break from it. Not like permanently, but just to get my mental back a little bit. Nothing really major personally in life was going on other than that, other than the fact that I was streaming so much, going live so much, that I was starting to see my phone. Yeah, when I close my eyes. If I'm looking like slightly off, I have my vanity mirror like over, like in front of me, and like I see the camera, so I'm trying to see how I look on camera or whatever. But I'm trying not to get too distracted. I'm trying to get used to using the back camera and all that, because yeah, usually I use the front camera, but apparently if you use the back camera, it comes out better. But yeah, work, I'm still dancing, still doing me. Nothing major. Like I said, I didn't leave because of something like, I mean, I guess it was a mental thing, but it wasn't like a serious mental thing. Like I didn't like not stress or depressed, so you know what I'm saying. I just was like, whoa. I noticed I was putting a lot of time. I still do, like on TikTok and whatnot, but I put in a lot of time with going live and all that, and I just was like, let me take a break before I really start to spiral, you know? But it's just trying to find that balance of making content and also having me time, you know? And balancing work and family, my personal life, you know, whatever, friendships, relationships, yeah. I need to see how far it is into the video. Hold on. 4 minutes. Okay. Yep. Let me see. I don't know, I feel like maybe you guys already know a lot of the stuff. Like, I was in an accident in September of September 2025 last year. I totaled my car. Maybe I'll do a story time on that, maybe not, but for right now, I'll just leave it at that. But obviously I'm okay. I walked away with it, no injuries, which was a miracle, I know. Thank you, Jesus. I thank him all the time for keeping me alive, because I'm like, an undeserving seed like me. But anyways, since that accident, it's been like obviously hard for me to go to and from work and save money to get a new car and all this other stuff, because I'm having to use more money to go to work now than when I had my car. But I think right now that's my biggest stressor, if I have any stressors in life. My dog, she's 15. She has 3 masses that she needs removed. I did make a short video on that. So if, like, right now, if you look at my short videos, it should be the most recent one, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna post. I probably will try not to post now that I said that. But she needs surgery. The mass is on her, under her nipple, and then she has like one big one on her face, like her neck basically, like right here, and then she has another tiny one on the other side. But our main concern is the one on her nipple, of course. And despite her age, she is not declining, and the vet didn't recommend euthanasia yet. He said she's moving around like a puppy. She still has a teenage soul, he said. And I feel like vets are usually, or some of them, I don't know, they can be, or depending on the situation, I don't really know, but I feel like they can be quick to tell you, oh, just put the dog down because of the age and all this other stuff. But her vet didn't say that. Her vet told us that, just exactly what I said. She's not declining, and there's no reason to put her down despite her age. The surgery will help. But yeah, if, I don't know, if anybody can do any type of supporting towards that, if you find that short video, the link is also in that. I'm not too sure what I can say on here about all that, but I say all that just to say that's like probably another obvious stressor in my life. Come on. Like, come on. She was just sitting, whining at the edge of my bed, so she just wants attention. Hello. My other girl, the one that needs the surgery, she's asleep right there. Hi, baby. But this video really isn't like about her or anything, I'm just raising that awareness. But I just say all that just to say, like I said, to mention the stressors in my life right now. If you guys are wondering if, anything's stressing me out, or if I'm, worried about anything, it's just the car situation, my transportation, and then my dog needing surgery. Yeah, but that's it. Work is work. You know, it's gonna be slow sometimes. That's also why I haven't been doing so many vlogs. For work, I try, and it's like on the good days, you can't really have your phone out. You don't really be thinking about your phone. You're working. You know what I'm saying? You don't think, oh shoot, I'm making money. Let me hurry up. Like you, I just be in the zone when I'm making money, and then when I do have time to record, it's so dead that it's like I'm recording the same dead thing all the time. You know. So I've been trying to figure out a way to make my content for my dancing interesting, when it's just been so not lately. And yeah, it's been like that for a while. My situation only allows me to work during the day. Right now it's easier, and it's just all around, yeah, just whatever. But so that's also another thing. I can't work the nights as freely, but I don't know. It's all okay. I don't, you know, if I work the days consistently enough, you know, I'll do fine. I don't have that many responsibilities and stuff. It's just coming up with the money, quick, fast, in a hurry for my baby girl. Because obviously I don't have that, you know. I had a good chunk of it when they told me about it, but there's another chunk of it that I need, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know it was gonna be that much. Yeah, it's like 2,500, and we just need 800 more, so that's really good. But yeah, working for that was kind of like, and then it can be, you know, stressful and, you know, depressing or whatever. The days that, hey, leave her alone, lay down. The days that I'm trying to go to work knowing that I'm working for her, and then it's a slow day and I'm like, you know, it just kind of feels like but you know, I know she'll get taken care of. But again, I wasn't trying to make this video about one thing or another. I was just trying to express my feelings a little and just talk freely. I missed y'all. I miss talking to y'all. She's an old girl, like she's gonna breathe like that if you can hear her. But like I said, despite all that, the vet did not recommend euthanasia on her. You know, yeah, somebody told me that I should just put her down, and not a vet, right? Nobody in my family, just some random person told me that I should just put her down and get a new dog. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy, because she's still walking, she still cares about food, she loves her treats, she still plays with her toys, she still runs after me, you know, when we're playing outside and stuff, you know, she's still aware, active, happy, you know, she's not declining like the vet said. So it's like, I try to think of that as like a human, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because your grandma or grandpa or your loved one, I just say grandma or grandpa because usually those are like the elderly people, but like just any loved one or just anybody older, elderly, just because they need a surgery and they're older doesn't mean you should put them down, you know, because they're still aware, they're still walking around. Like, imagine how hard that would be to put somebody down that you love, that's still walking around, eating, drinking water. You know, that's her drinking water right now. You know, she's still just happy, you know. I look at her and I can't imagine like ending it right now, you know. She's very young spirited, like the vet said. I don't know how else to explain that. But yeah, so it's just hard to think about just putting her down just because of her age and, you know, whatever the risks. She's handled surgeries very well. She's strong. The same vet that did a surgery on her before is the one that would be doing the surgery again, and obviously I trust him and he trusts that she can handle another surgery as well. There's just so many things positive with, you know, going through with the surgery instead of just putting her down. I do understand she's old and, you know, one day she's gonna have to go, but she's not declining now, and I'm not gonna put her down just because, you know, of her age or whatever, or that I can't really truly, you know, afford it by myself, you know, because I will be able to, but it's just gonna take some time, you know, or whatever. But yeah, if you can help, that'd be cool. If not, that's cool too. But yeah, also, yeah, the link is just in the short that is, it should be pinned. I don't know, I can't remember if I was able to pin it, or if you're even allowed to do that on YouTube. I forget. Anyways, but the most recent video, you'll see her. It's my white fluffy dog. My Wheaton dog is what her fur is called, basically. But I did a whole lot of jabbing, and yeah, not enough yartin, so we gonna take a hit from, this is the Galaxy Treats. It's indica, THC. I don't smoke nicotine. That's just me. I'm just saying that because people be thinking I smoke nicotine. I have nothing against it, I just don't, and I like it to be very known that I only do THC. But anyways, yeah, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say all that, but I'm gonna figure it out. I still have not learned YouTube like that. So anyways, cheers, y'all. I'm also really bad at looking at the camera. I noticed that. Like when I'm using the front camera, it's easy to look at myself. But with the back camera, I'm like, I don't know why it feels weirder using the back camera. Probably because I can't see myself, but it's just something I'm gonna have to get used to. But yeah, I'm not really, like, nothing else is really on my mind. I'm very happy in life. I just got distracted because I got a text from one of the girls I work with, but I'm very happy in life. Like I said, right now I am worried about my dog, but it's not bringing me down 100%, you know. It's probably bringing me down a good like 60% right now. But it's not overwhelming. I know I can get it done. It's just, you know, work has been so slow, and I'm not the type to show receipts like that, but the text that I just got was the girl telling me that today was so slow, and like, I don't know. And if I can't go to a different club because it's the closest club to me, and with the lowest tip out. So that's why I stay at that club. I know it's like, why don't you go to a different club? Blah, blah, blah. Why don't you work the night shift? I can't work the night shift because of my situation right now. I need rides to go to work, and although you can still select female riders and drivers and stuff, it's just, honestly, it's too expensive. From where I work and where I live, the distance, if I did that daily, it's just, there would be no profit, like, for real. With the way that work has been going and the way the girls have been telling me it's been going, it's like, it's not really worth it. the rides that I get, they don't charge me that much, you know what I'm saying? So, but I also just have to work on their schedule, which they can only take me. They're willing to take me during the day. Obviously, they're not willing to stay up until midnight, 2 a.m. to come get me, pick me up, you know what I'm saying? Not even stay up, just get back up if they want to take a nap. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but like I said, I don't mind it because if I work consistently enough, I will be taken care of and I can stack that money. It's just getting to work going. Sometimes I can't go all the time because like crazy construction or, you know, I'm not feeling good. They have an appointment or something, you know what I'm saying? Just little things like that. So yeah. And then yeah, like I said, working at a different club just wouldn't work because a lot of it's the club that I work at right now is the closest to me and has the cheapest tip out. So you know, if I went somewhere else, I'm paying more gas, and then on top of a higher payout. It just wouldn't make sense in my opinion. I've tried. I know this because I've tried other clubs. I'm like, oh, maybe if I have to go a little bit further, but I make more, it'll be worth it. You know what I'm saying? And I tried, gave those clubs a chance, and it didn't work. And I'm like, okay, well, obviously I just need to be at my home club. So there I am, and there I'll stay. But yeah, sometimes it's just kind of a little tougher than others. But yeah. But other than that, I've been chilling. I guess that's all that's been on my mind. You know, I got new books. Let's take another hit. And also, if it seems like I'm sad or something, I don't know. I'm not like sad. I'm just chilling, you know. And then also, it is 11:46 p.m. and I don't want to be like loud as hell. My family's asleep and stuff. Yeah, but I'm just chilling. I'm cool. I feel kind of lazy and stuff, you know. It's probably because of the pen or whatever, and because it's close to midnight. But I'm just chilling. I missed y'all. Sorry that I'm not like an energetic person. I can't. If you watched, or if you're new and you watch my other videos, you will see I'm very this, you know. I'm not like, it's gonna take a second for me to perk up and be different on camera, like be energetic on camera. Yeah, I just be chilling. I know it's so bad sometimes because I'm like, nobody's gonna want to sit here and listen to, but some people do, you know. Yeah, it's hard for me to perk up and be like, you know. But like I said, this video, I just wanted to chill, chit chat, yap, let my mind wander. I chit chat a lot and for a lot longer than I thought about my dogs and the car situation, honestly. But hey, it's all good. I don't remember if I took a pin hit, so I'm just gonna do another one. Anyways, y'all, let's take that hit. If you take blinkies, go ahead and take a blinky. I'm not good with those. I'll do like 5 seconds max, okay? My 29-year-old self cannot handle the blinks no more, okay? Ask me when I was 19. 29 cannot. But we still like to get a little elevated, you know? Cheers if you're getting a little elevated. Like, that's a good standard hit for me right there. I was like 5 seconds and I only hit it for 3. Yeah, because I already know myself. But anyways, my younger sister recently, I have a younger sister and I have an older sister. My younger sister's like, I don't know, 11 months younger than me or something like that. And then my older sister is 2 years older than me. But anyways, my younger sister recently went to, I don't know, whatever store, and like she called me and was like told me that she was there and was like, oh, um there was this whole section of like, there was a whole bunch of like Stephen King books, and she was asking if I had any. I was like, no, because I only have one. I had I could have sworn I had The Institute by him. I don't know if I'm mistaking it, if it was a different author, but I think, because I'm just now getting into Stephen King. I'm a fan of like horror and all that, obviously, but I was sleeping on Stephen King, and so yeah, I think I had the book called The Institute, and then I lost it like a year ago. I don't know what happened to it, honestly. Like, I don't know. And then she ended up getting me another book, The Green Mile. I think I'm gonna just give her the credit because I don't remember getting it for myself. Because I don't like shopping. I don't remember how that book popped up. I really don't. I just remember having it one day. I don't know, honestly. Too much drugs. I'm just kidding. But yeah. So I just finished The Green Mile, actually, and I think it's a 10 out of 10. Really, really good. Really, like, I hated it so much that I loved it. That's all I'll say. I was like, oh my goodness, man. But now my next read, if you guys look at my shorts, you will see me selecting my next book and placeholder. Her breathing really like distracts me, sorry. But she's just old. I don't know what to do about that. Like, she don't be having no like diseases, like, or nothing. Like, the vet didn't say anything about her having a heart disease or asthma or nothing. Like, I don't know why she breathes that heavy, you know? And like I said earlier in this video, and I'll say it a million times, she's young, you know, she be moving around, all that stuff, but she is like, her body do be catching up with her sometimes, because she wasn't breathing like that this whole video, you know, it just be happening random. But that she's always been, not always, like, she's been like this for like 3 years now, where she just breathes heavy. I think because she's just old. Maybe she's overweight a little bit, but the vet didn't say none of that. He checked her breathing. We went, I think, like maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago or something, and he didn't say anything about her health condition like that. It was just all, you know, the masses that he wanted to remove, the one under her breast, and then the ones on her face. But that heavy breathing, he just says she's old, but not like declining old, you know? It's just because she uses a lot of energy, I guess. I don't know. She's perfectly fine, guys, besides those masses. But the breathing, he didn't say anything about any disease or something like that wrong with her lungs, you know? I don't know. I'm kind of repetitive a little bit. I noticed I'm bad at storytelling. I have to work on that. People tell me that all the time, that they're like, just get to the point, or they're like, you already said that, and I'm like, I know. I just kind of get passionate sometimes, and then I get lost in my thought, and I'm just like, I don't know why I'm so repetitive sometimes. But anyways, yeah, my sister ended up getting me about 5 new Stephen King books. So I have Under the Dome, there's Sleeping Beauties, Pet Cemetery. Oh, okay, so there's The Passage, but that one's not Stephen King. Stephen King just commented on it. That's Justin Cronin. And then Everything's Eventual by Stephen King. And then she gave me another one called All the Rage by Cara Hunter. And then there's another one she gave me. I don't know, something about a cabin or something. But that one's a bigger book, so I just put it away. I'm gonna read the smaller books first and then the bigger books, but I actually chose to read All the Rage by Cara Hunter. It's about basically a girl who gets abducted and basically how she doesn't want to speak up to the detectives or nothing. You know, she doesn't want to talk about it. And then he's like determined to like solve the case or whatever. And then like some years later, a similar case comes up, and then it brings up something from his past, which I was confused about that. So I was like, actually, I wonder, yeah, let me see. Yeah, when another girl vanishes in same circumstances, he recognizes a disturbing pattern and a link to something long buried in his past. But this is the cover of it, All the Rage. And this is the bookmark that I chose. Oh, it's so cute. It says, "There is no charm equal to tenderness of heart. Jane Austen." Isn't that so cute? Like, it's so opposite to a cute little bookmark with a book that's not cute. Like, not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not fairy tale book type thing. That book says it's fiction, but obviously, honestly, you know, it said anything that, you know, if it's, you know, similar to any other stories, it's purely coincidental. Coincidental? Is that the word? Yeah. But, you know, obviously it sounds like a lot of the other mystery documentaries, and it's kind of like, triggering just a little bit, but I don't know, something about it. It's like interesting, I guess. I was gonna say comforting, but I'm like, that's definitely the wrong word to use. But yeah, it's like yeah, when you can relate, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't abducted or anything, but the assault, yeah, I can't say that I wasn't. But anyways, so I guess that's probably why I find those type of documentaries interesting, because, you know, it's other people's stories, and it's like, okay, cool, you know, and their minds and how they think and whatnot and what goes on, and just, I don't know, everything. But yeah, right now the beginning is kind of confusing because it's just a whole bunch of random passages and nothing makes sense. Like, I just flip a page and it's just a random paragraph of a passage of some random like event that went on, and then the next paragraph will be another random, like, oh, so and so walked and did this, and like they'll just like describe something random, you know what I'm saying? And you flip the page and then it's another scenario. So I'm like, the beginning is very weird. Maybe it's like the character introductory, I don't know what's going on, but there's no point of view. There was only one point of view in one of the chapters, but the other one was like a third point of view, like telling you about the characters. So I'm very confused about it. And there's no chapters in this book either, which is weird. There's no chapters. There's just little like sparkles in between each chapter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain it. We're also not allowed to show like these little stars. There's little like stars in between. So that's also like weird to me. Nothing makes sense. It's just a whole bunch of randomness right now. But Yeah, if you guys have read it, let me know what you thought about it. Because I'm kind of on the fence if I want to continue reading it or not, because I'm like, it's so random, like nothing's making sense right now. It's just random stories, like not even bad stories, like random stories about like somebody going to the grocery store, somebody finding out they're pregnant. It's just random stuff. So I'm like, okay, obviously this is some type of character introductory or something, or some type of background, but I'm very confused because there's no titles, like I said, like you just saw, and then so it just like, it's just random storytelling. But yeah, I'm excited to read that one, honestly. And then I think because of the fact that there's no chapters, I think I'm gonna be able to read it faster, if that makes sense. Because I'm the type of reader, like, I'll read and I'll see how long a chapter is, and then I'll be like, that's when I decide if I'm gonna read the whole chapter or just half, or how many chapters I'm gonna read or whatever. But with that type of stuff, it's kind of weird because you can't really look, like, every section is different, you know. One section might be a page and a half, another section might just be a little paragraph. So it's kind of like, I want to keep reading because I'm like, what the heck? But I'm very interested in finishing that book. And then after that, I do want to dive right into The Pet Cemetery from Stephen King. I actually picked that book first, and when I was going in my drawer for my bookmarks, my placeholders, I saw that book that my sister had gave me previously, and she gave me that one and the other cabin book before she gave me all those Stephen King books. So I was like, okay. And then she told me she was excited to read those, so I was like, okay, I'll just, you know, finish those first and then give them back so she can read them, and then start the other ones, because, you know, the books aren't going nowhere. I just have to sit there and read, you know. But I'm so excited to read them all. Like, I just want to read them all. But I was really excited about The Pet Cemetery. I watched the trailer to it. Usually I don't watch trailers, like movie trailers to books or whatever. But the Green Mile, I was really like intrigued. I wanted to see. So I watched the trailer after I read it. And honestly, it didn't really ruin anything. Like, I don't think it was like any different. Like, it didn't give any spoiler points away or anything, which I thought was good. So I was like, okay. So I flipped it with the pets. Now I realize I'm gonna just do that with all the other books, so it can just give me some type of picture of what it looks like. What I'm supposed to be like picturing in my head, like what, you know, he wants me to see, basically what the author wants me to see. But yeah, I was really excited about Pet Cemetery. I watched the trailer to it and I fell in love. But yeah, then I went into the book, like, and then saw that book, All the Rage, and I was like, okay, well, Pet Cemetery and All the Rage, their thickness and the wording, like the wording size, is both the same in my opinion. So I don't think reading one or the other would have wasted any time. I don't, you know what I'm saying, if that makes sense. I think I can get them both done in the same amount of time. So me reading All the Rage, I think is gonna be pretty quick for me, and then I can give that book back. Uh, yeah. And I hope you guys don't think it's weird that she wants the book back, because uh, I don't know. I don't think it's weird. Like, I don't think it's weird. She just picked up the book, wanted to read it, but she, I don't know, she knows that I like reading, and you know, asked me if I wanted to read it, and, you know, she was like, but you gotta give it back because I want to read it. And I'm like, okay, you know, that's not a problem to me. It's like book trading in a way. And then I have all these other Stephen King books, you know. But yeah, anyways. Blinker time. I'm just kidding. That was just a lie. I'm not doing a blinker. Well, blinker for you if you do blinkers. Tiger it. But I'm doing my little 29-year-old lung hit. You could do whatever lung hit you could handle. Okay? Okay. But yeah, how old are you guys, by the way? All you watching my channel, and where are you coming from? And how long have you been subscribed? Because you are subscribed, right? I tried to do at least 5 seconds. I can't. Did I say cheers? My bad. Cheers. But yeah, I don't know. Life has been pretty swell, dandy. I just work and I go home. I have been very loyal to TikTok. I ain't even gonna lie. I've been on there like daily. And I'm like, oh shoot, I need to come back on YouTube, you know? Come back to my peoples. Have a little chit-chat sesh with them. You know. I don't really feel like anything else is on my mind. If you guys want to know anything, I guess let me know. But if you know me and you return, you know we just be chilling. Ain't much to life, really. But that I've been doing my diamond art. I don't know if you guys noticed or have been noticing, but I be doing my diamond art. This is what I'm currently working on. It's The Starry Night by Van Gogh, and yeah, it's almost mainly done, but you could see like that there's like these filler pieces in it, but there's a lot of little like filler spots that need to be you know, done, just mainly around, I feel like the edges and like the bottom, like just the edges and random spots in the middle. But anyways, basically, yeah. I've been working on this longer than I need to be working on it. This should have been done already, but that's why I've been going in on it, dedicating a lot of time to that. And when I do that, I go on my live on TikTok and just zone out, listen to that. Also, TikTok ain't picky about me listening to my music, YouTube. Read between the lines. That's also mainly why I've been on TikTok, is because I can listen to my music and chill. And they know that I'm not, you know what I'm saying? They ain't tripping. They ain't tripping. Yeah, that eye contact was personal for you, YouTube. You're gonna get mad at me because I'm playing Beyonce and getting copyrighted and all this. I understand all that, okay? Beyonce don't get mad when I use that audio on TikTok or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird. Nobody gets mad about the audio, any type of audio on TikTok. So having to be quiet and like find copyright safe music or whatever is a little bit too much for me. You could just see the disgust in my face. But yeah, anyways, I've been zoning out doing my diamond art on there. And then also where I get paid, that's where I stay. Yeah, the requirements ain't that hard to get in, to get your coin. You know what I'm saying? I love TikTok, I really do. But yeah, y'all should start going live. If you could go live on every app and just see what I'm talking about. See what apps you like, you know what I'm saying? The requirements to start going live ain't even that. But anyways, now I sound like I'm just trying to talk about TikTok. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, because like I be trying to help everybody, because like, look, I was at work and this girl told me that I should go live on TikTok, and because she was like, yeah, I made like $50 yesterday. She was like, and I was just, you know, talking, chilling. She was like, I wasn't talking about nothing, no, I was just chilling. And she was like, and I made $50. And she was like, I wasn't even live for that long, you know, just chilling for like, I don't know, maybe an hour or something like that, if that. And I was like, girl, that's you. Like, you're so pretty. Like, all this other stuff. Like, you a baddie. Of course, like, I would pay you too. You know, just fucking with her. And she like, nah, like, just go live. You see. So, you know, obviously she shared that information with me so I could use it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I took that, obviously. So, I didn't let her waste her breath. I went on TikTok and I went live and I saw what she was talking about. I was like, oh, okie dokie. So thankful. Shout out to you, girl. But yeah. Damn, I haven't seen her in a minute. Like a minute. Damn. But yep. Anyways. It's so bad. I wanted to say her name. I don't know her name. But yeah. Like, I know her name, but I don't know her. I forgot her dancer name, so I don't want to say her real name. But anyways, yeah. This is so good. It's the green tea, pineapple, mango, zero sugar Lipton. Fire. My back, my achy breaky back. Mango, pineapple are my favorite flavors. And honestly, if I'm being real, I'm not even a fan of tea like that. And it don't even, like, it's really good. If you like pineapple, mango, anything, whatever, you should try it out. Even if you don't like tea, it doesn't taste like bitter or nothing. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just tastes like a nectar or something. I don't know how to explain it. Not like, you know what I'm saying? Because it does have that thickness, but it does, like, you know, but it's, I don't know. Anyways, just try it. But if you like tea, obviously, you know, try it. You're gonna like it even more. But yeah, for somebody who doesn't like tea, I don't like, especially that brand. It just like leaves a weird like feeling in my mouth. You know what I'm talking about? If you know, you know. But that one doesn't do that. It doesn't like taste like lemons or like, because I don't like lemony or like sour stuff. That's why I don't like tea or lemonade. But that drink doesn't taste like anything that you would think like a tea would taste. It just tastes good. Anyway, it tastes like pineapple mango. I don't know. I just explain that. It just tastes like pineapple mango. Yeah. In a guava almost type consistency. It's not so thick. You saw the consistency, but yeah. Cheers skis. Yeah. My TikTok is in my bio, but it's also, yeah, it's just in my bio, because if I try to remember right now, I'm just gonna butcher it. But I'm trying to think now. I think I made a pretty lengthy enough video for a welcome back video, talking about a whole lot of nada. But yeah, thanks for sticking with me, chilling with me, coming back, watching the video if you're new. Yeah, I don't really be doing a whole lot, you know. I just be chilling. I just work, do my diamond art, read, chill with my family. Like, I'm very, that's me, you know. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love to just be in my own like headspace, and I love creating. I'm an Aquarius. I love creating. You know, I love doing like things with my hands, you know. Yeah, I feel like at my one of my because we have a lot of high potentials. Everybody has their highest potential. There's different, like, you can have multiple highest potentials, okay? Because there's different categories in life, okay? So don't think you're like at your highest potential when you just, anyways, yeah. um One of my I'm at my highest potentials like when I'm creating art. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like I'm doing something, you know? And then at the end of it, you look at your art and you're like, wow, like, I don't know if you could see, I don't know. But yeah, maybe I need to make a short on all the diamond arts that I did and like the little things I do. I don't want to move the camera too much because I like where it's at and I don't want to make anybody dizzy by moving the camera too much. But anyways, yeah, I like creating. I like making things with my hands. I like making videos. I love creating videos. I love making videos. I love editing videos. It's weird when I open my editing app, by the way, I use iMovie, and that's it. When I open iMovie, there's times where I'll just like be like, get all excited because I'm about to edit a video. It's something about editing a video. I don't know. It's just really, it is fun. Like I said, I had to just take a break from it because, like I said, there was points where like I was just too into it was just too much. I just felt like I was recording myself all the time, and then I started like um, hallucinating the phone in front of me. And I would just, I don't know, it was like I was like in a zombie mode with content creating and stuff, and I couldn't, though I didn't have like a strategy, I didn't have a schedule. I was just like going live on all three apps every day. I meant both apps, but all three of my pages, because I have my YouTube, I have my TikTok, and I have my backup TikTok. But yeah, I was just flipping between those two, making videos for YouTube and then going live on YouTube and then going live on TikTok, making videos for TikTok, and then, trying to do all that, rush those hours, you know, um, get those hours in for my content so I could get those watch hours up and stuff, as well as waking up early enough to do some like art or whatever, some me time before I get ready for work. It was just kind of like a lot. I didn't have like a schedule. I still don't. I still need to set a schedule. I'm working on that, but yeah, that's all where that is and when and whatever. But yeah, I got it a little bit figured out now. I don't spend so much time going live. I used to go live like 3 times a day. Now I'll just, I mean, I just go live longer now, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it really matters or not. But yeah, I would go live like morning, evening, and and night. These hits are starting to catch up with me. But yeah, I would go live like 3 times a day, for like 2 hours each time, and it was just a lot. Now I'll go live. If I go live, I at least try to go live at least once a day now, but I still, like I said, I need to figure out some type of schedule, like where I'm, and then trying to fit new things into the schedule, changing my schedule, doing things, waking up earlier to focus on me, like purely just me, instead of like creating, no art, no nothing, just me and God, just being one. But I'm not perfect. That's not to say I'm gonna start that schedule tomorrow or anything. I do need to do it. All this stuff is just like, I'm just sharing what's on my mind and whatnot. But And the realistics, you know, I'm never gonna fake anything. But yeah. Hmm. So all that is kind of like what I've been just trying to focus on right now. So I guess you can say that obviously, you know, it was just the obvious, you know. Whenever creators take a break, it's just to clear some mental space, okay? But sometimes it's not always bad. It's just like I said, I need a schedule so that I'm not just like scattered everywhere trying to figure out when am I going to read, when am I going to do my diamond art. Now I have to get ready for work. You know what I'm saying? When am I going to edit, you know? How many hours of sleep am I going to get tonight? All that stuff, you know. Just balancing all that. But let's just take another hit. And this will probably be the last one before I call it quits. Okay, let me see. Still recording, so that's cool. But I'm excited to get back into my content creation and to have an actual schedule and to figure it all out, you know. And I'm excited to have you guys here with me. Thank you guys for chilling with me, watching this video, liking the video, subscribing, all that good stuff. And you know, just suggest topics or something. Or just leave a comment or don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just trying to put suggestions out there. But okay. Definitely cringed myself out right there. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here, and I think my mind is pretty like emptied out. So I think that means I can end it here. Thank you guys for chilling with me and all that good stuff again and a million times. Because honestly, too, I don't be knowing what I should be saying. I just, blah, you know? But, alright, y'all. Bye.